can't do supers. I've only got one hand.
I slip out.
Whoop. Hey everyone, welcome to Review Time. I am your host Islip, and today I'm going to be re-reviewing a figure that I reviewed once 1,000 years ago, but I don't think that I still have the review, and even if I did, it really wasn't a good review. So I'm going to try this again. Today I'm going to be reviewing the takaratomy release of Masterpiece Grimlock. Now I got this guy... Actually, I got this guy about maybe a year before the American version showed up in Toys R Us. Take a look at the side, and the other side is just the same, and this is the top, which just has a picture of stuff. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. But, let's get him into frames. Here we go. Masterpiece Grimlock. And he is an impressive figure. I like this figure a lot. Where do I start? It looks like Grimlock. Even more so than the actual G1 toy did. This looks more like, you know, the Grimlock that you see on television. He comes with his gun. He comes with his sword. He comes with other accessories that are only going to be useful with Grimlock in Dino Mode, but we'll get on to that. It's got nice chrome, and it hasn't flaked or chipped or anything. It looks pretty good. There's metal in this beast somewhere. I think that's metal. I'm not sure what else is metal. This might be metal. Well, parts of him is metal. And let's do a 360. So you can get a good idea of the good stuff. So, yeah. He looks like he's back heavy, but he's actually not. He is just right. And I guess we'll go on with the articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so looks all the way around as far as that. Looks straight up, and that's about it. His arms are on a ball joint, a metal ball joint. It's been holding out pretty well. So it would rotate 360 if these wings weren't in the way, which I don't have. There we go. He's got a swivel right at the bicep. He's got like a double elbow. He's got like there, and now making him do the splits. Eek. His waist rotates a little bit. His legs go forward all the way, so he can, you know, stomp you in the face. They go all the way back, in and out, rotate at the hip, bend at the knee, and his feet pivot a bit. Pivot a bit, and that's about it. Now, one of the very few drawbacks is you can see Grimlock's tail folded up right there, but it's generally done well. The only thing is that sometimes it doesn't hold too well, so when you pick him up, it'll end up doing that, but otherwise it's okay. You can see some of the paint chipping off of his groin area. There we go. Groin area right there. But otherwise, I mean, I've had this guy for like 2 years or so. But you can get him in really interesting poses. Usually. Oh, this would help if you could actually see what I was doing. And, yeah. His little dino toes are articulate, for no reason at all. I mean, it was like that with the actual toy. For no reason at all, you could do stuff. Yeah, there's a little Autobot logo right inside his chest, right there. So, his hands. This hand here is typical, you know, all the fingers are stuck together, and then a thumb that moves independently, and it's got this little post here, or hole, or whatever, and that's so that when you stick one of the weapons, which come with a 5mm peg, it also has this little post here, so this way, when you have it in this hand, it holds securely, because you'll put the big post in the hand, which really doesn't do anything, but it's that little teeny weeny post there. You can see his hand is wide open, but the gun isn't coming out, and that's because it's held in with that little tiny post. So there's that. And then there's this hand here, which doesn't open at all. The thumb moves, but it doesn't open at all. And it doesn't open at all for the simple reason that there's a light gimmick in there. I don't know if I'll be able to show it off, but you press the shoulder and you can kind of see. And it works with the gun. It works better in the dark. It's bright and sunny and all that good stuff here right now. So, let's see. Pew, 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 pew. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, what other gimmick does he have in this mode? He just has his eye gimmick. So we're gonna focus in. Whoops. Focus in on his eye, his face. Right there. You can see he's at the top of the screen. See, the eyes are blue. There's a switch in the back of the head, and when you flip it one way or the other, flip it down, flip it up. Flip it up, his eyes turn to red. See if I can get it to... You can see there's like a little covering that comes over his eyes. Or does it actually move? It actually moves. So if you want, you can have him like that. But yeah. And that's because the actual original toy had red eyes, not blue. So you got that. That's awesome. And you can see all this detail inside. So let's zoom out and I will do some size comparisons. Let's zoom way out and get him back. Because he's not a huge figure, but he is a decent size. So, let's see. We'll go with a Fall of Cybertron figure. The only one I have out at the moment. We got Fall of Cybertron. Well, no, it's not the only one, but we've got the Fall of Cybertron Optimus, and you can see he comes up to Grimlock's penis. I'll get him out of here. Fall of Cybertron Legends class Frenzy or Rumble. I guess he's Rumble because it's the American version, but he would have been Frenzy if he was the actual version. Let's see, what else can we take? We can take this oversized deluxe knockoff of the Generation. It's not a deluxe, actually. It's of Grimlock, which I started painting black. I was going to paint him black and some other colors, and I started that project years ago and haven't finished it. But yeah, he's bigger than Voyager, maybe mega size. So get him out of there. Voyager class Cybertron Blaster. And War for Cybertron Voyager. Fall of Cybertron Voyager Shockwave. And you can see how they stack up. Let's see. We'll get these guys out and we'll go with some leader class figures. We've got the leader class Weaponizer Bumblebee, who is the same height despite looking like he's taller. He's actually they're actually the same height at the head. I'm not sure why Grimlock looks shorter, but he's not. Oh wait. He's a tiny bit shorter. He's not as short as the camera's making him look out. He is, like, it's nominal. And here is the Optimus mold, which is going to have a hard time standing up because of his back heaviness. Whoops. Oh, maybe not. So you can see there about he's a size of a leader class figure. I think that's all the figures I have. So I'm going to get him transformed. I'd show you the transformation on whatever, but you know, you can find it somewhere else. And to be honest with you, it'll be quicker for me to get everything transformed if I just stop the video right now. So be right back. Okie dokie. And here he is in Dino Mode. And this is the preferred mode of choice for me as far as I'm concerned. This is the mode he was meant to be in. I mean, the robot mode looked great, don't get me wrong, but the Dino Mode, this is spot on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And let's make this a little bit lower. So you can have him, if you want to, you can have him with his tail raised, which I generally like, but you can also have him with his tail down, like the standard Grimlock, you know. And he is posable. His legs do move and bend. Arms are on a ball joint, which means they also rotate. They also bend in both ways at the elbow, and his fingers are very articulate and sharp. Now, only flaw is that he's supposed to be a T-Rex, but he has 3 fingers. T-Rexes only had 2. You can fix that if you want to. You just, you know, take this claw and push it down like that, and there you go. Grimlock has 2 fingers like he's supposed to have. So, yeah. Like a T-Rex would have, I should say. But, yeah. Let's wiggle this up just a little bit. So, let's see. Articulation. He moves at the head. Up, down. Jaw opens to reveal a flamethrower right in there. Arms, again, ball joint, so they go 360. Bend at the elbow. You saw the finger articulation. Legs go 360. They bend there, and they also bend there. So you can have the chicken leg thing if you decide to. And his toes, again, are articulate. Sorry, articulate. Don't know why, but they're there. And that's about it. The tail kind of wiggles, but that's more for one of the gimmicks. If you wiggle the tail, you notice his head starts moving. That's, well, actually, that's just, well, no, that's not the only gimmick. Then the other gimmick is you flip this up, and you rotate this, flip it down, and now he's got the blue eyes like in the show. So, blue eyes, and then when you want to make him look like he's angry or like the original toy, red eyes. So, you just put him over here and rotate him around so you can see. All this detail is amazing. It's amazing. It's gray plastic, but it's gray with a silver finish. So it's nice. It's awesome. So let's get in a few size comparisons. Let's tilt him down just a little bit so he's not looking so. We'll just leave him like that. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me get the rest of his gimmick stuff out. So, let's go with the first extra add-on thing. There's this helmet, which there's a groove in his head there, and an opening there, and you stick this in the opening and that in the groove, and it locks on. And now Grimlock has the helmet he used to transfer his genius, yes, I said genius, to Cybertron, who he created. So, yeah, he's got that. It's got a little, like a suction doohickey thing, but it's, you know, there's that. Okay, in the next gimmick, for those who have never actually watched the show, in Season 3, he gets this, well, I should say outfit. We're going to split this open just a little bit. Split you open just a little bit. Sorry about the off camera. There we go. Parts of him are still pretty tight. You split that open a little bit like so. And you do that so you can take this bow tie. You're gonna put that in there. You can see there are a little peg and some clips. We're gonna go and put that in here, and just gonna have to deal with it being blurred for a minute, and then close that back up. It actually closes up better than that. I don't know why I'm having an issue with this all of a sudden. Whatever, okay, that's good enough. So you do that. So Grimlock has got a bow tie. And then you take this apron here. And you... First you... No, that's right. Take this. Let's see, I think bring it around like so. It's been a while since I've actually used this. And then you take this and let's see. That goes like that, so it's tied. We've got Grimlock. Loosen this a little bit because you're not supposed to be covering up the bow tie. There we go. And last but not least, you take one of his hands, you flip it like so, so that the little peg is up. Basically, his hand is upside down. And then you take this, and you plug it in, close the... And there you have Waiter Grimlock. Or actually, it makes more sense to turn this around like so, because it was actually like this. And you've got this big clumsy dinosaur handing out drinks. Here we have Grimlock and... Whoops. You're going to have to forgive me. I took the screws out of this guy too, so that I can paint him, and I never put the screws back in. So here he is with, whoops, his Generations counterpart, if you will. Fairly big dino, but Grimlock is still king. He's still bigger. Just turn you this way. So yeah, although this guy's got a much bigger head. Okay, we'll get him put away because we're gonna. Someday I'll finish that thing off, and it'll be really nice. Here we have Cybertron Voyager class blaster. Let's turn Grimlock so.
Me, Grimlock, offer you drink. You no drink or fire, Grimlock eat your face.
So yeah, that was horrible. So we'll get him out. We've got the Fall of Cybertron. Voyager, and he scales well with the Voyager figures. I love him with the Voyager figures. Perfect scale because he's big like it's supposed to be. Let's see. I almost forgot. Here we go with Leader Optimus Prime, Weaponizer. I mean, and in dinosaur mode, he's a little bit shorter. Is he? Maybe I straighten out the legs, and now he's about the same height, even though it doesn't look like it. Trust me, he is. Yeah, he's about even at the head with what's his name, Bumblebee. So there's that. Full of Cybertron Optimus is so teeny. I love that. And the Fall of Cybertron Legends class Rumble. Grimlock's hungry. There. That's better. So, that was my review of this figure. I love this figure. They're re-releasing him. I believe they're re-releasing him, but they're upping the price. He was... How much did I spend? Either 130 or 170 shipped. I forget. And he's going to be released for $219. That's not cool. Oh, no weapon storage in this mode. You can, if you balance it correctly, get him to hold the guns and stuff, but really not. I forgot to show you that he can hold any weapon with a I can just show you right now. Pull out his vest. Any weapon that has a 5mm peg hole, he can hold it. In the other hand, because this one is the one that doesn't hold anything without the peg. Huh. Okay, let's try this. Get out of the way. It would have been nice if some of these screw holes on his body were big enough to hold stuff, so this way I could store the weapons on him. But yeah, you can see he can hold that, and I think the light up gimmick kind of still works if you can get something. Let's see. Oh, it works at the hilt, and that's about it. But still, so he's an awesome figure. He is a very awesome figure, and I'm glad I did not pass him up. Look at that, all that, and he still manages to balance his tray. So that's the review. That is the review. This is an awesome figure, and if you love dinosaurs, if you love robots, if you love dinosaur robots, if you love Grimlock, this is a no-brainer. You must get them. If you can, I hope you can find them for cheaper than what they're going to reissue. But if you don't already have it, I do believe he deserves to be in your collection. I really do. So that's it. I'm Islip, and I'm out.